The Pac-12 is over, guys.
Yeah, it's kind of been over a little bit already. It was sick. It was dying, and
man.
now it looks like it's dead. But I'm sorry, I'm stuck on that sentence you just said. The rivalries are dead. That is somewhat true because obviously we'll probably get Washington State, Oregon State. We'll get ripped apart. But in general, though, I mean, you're sort of implying that college football is losing a lot by this. In my mind, it'll gain things that will offset these losses.
Okay, great. If you want college football to be the NFL, then today is a great day for you.
Yeah.
Because if you want college football, which eventually, Perloff, you've said this, I'll give you full credit. You think it's going to go eventually to 2 super conferences.
Yeah.
The AFC and the NFC. If you want the AL and the NL in baseball, you're now going to eventually get that in college. Or you might get 3 conferences or whatever. But that's essentially where this is heading. So if you're cool with college football just becoming the NFL, then fine. But there was always something unique about college football. I think what people liked about it is that it was different, that it is different from the NFL. But now with the transfer portal, which is free agency, with NIL, see, that's the thing. I think college football fans wanted the athletes to get compensated. Right. We all wanted that. Maybe a couple staunch holdouts didn't, but for the most part, we all want the athletes to be compensated for their talent, their name, image, and likeness, for their skill, the time they put in. But nobody asked for this, which is blowing up the sport.
I think the sport's been blown up for the last 5 years. Okay, we had transfer portal, we had NIL, we've had some conference realignment, or at least the impending conference realignment. The sport's more popular than ever. Every year it grows in popularity. Everybody loves it. There hasn't been I haven't seen any college football fans turn away. Not a single one. If anything, they're adding audiences. I feel like it keeps moving up the sort of sports pyramid in the United States. As it gets more professional, nobody's turned off from that. Nobody cares about the amateur stuff going away. Everyone I know is into college football.
Wait, it's not about, okay, is it more popular or is because like what happens with any sport, when you put a Final Four on something, all of a sudden it's going to get a massive TV number?
No, I just think it's taking more of the headlines. However you judge popularity in the American sports landscape, college football moves up and up and up and up. It feels like it's blown away baseball. It's blown away the NBA. I think that all this professional stuff is somehow helping it. It's kind of like the NFL. We love the NFL. So I think they're taking a lot of the good things. And conference realignment is just going to make for more great matchups. We're going to see, I mean, listen, I don't want to see Oregon Rutgers either, but I do want to see Oregon Michigan. I do want to see Ohio State USC. I think that this is all going to make the sport more popular in the long run nationwide. Okay,
but you were probably going to get some cool matchup just by the virtue of the college football playoff going to 12 games. Yeah. So, you know, like, who knows how this is going to shake out with, like, regular season schedules and who's going to play who. And you've got 18 teams are going to be in the Pac-12 now. And this is, you know, they're going to have to probably maybe go back to divisions and split it up even more, which I know they're trying to get away from. Whatever. All these details, irrelevant. But if that's the only reason why you're going to say it's better, I think you're still losing, because what you might gain in Oregon, Michigan, you're losing in Oregon, Oregon State.
For now. They can eventually reschedule that rivalry. It's happened before.
Okay, but is it going to be watered down if they're in 2 different conferences? Like, look who's left. Cal, Stanford, Oregon State, Washington State. I mean, I'm assuming, are they going to the Mountain West? I don't know. Are they going to get absorbed by the Big Ten? We don't have any, like, answers to this. So the Big 12, it's not going to mean as much if they're not in the same conference.
This reminds me, and it's maybe a bit of a left turn. Remember when Mark Cuban said the NFL was getting too big for its own good? He said, pigs get fat, hogs get slaughtered.
Fat hogs get slaughtered, yeah.
So he was, wherever the truth was, he was 180 degrees opposite of it. The NFL has done nothing but grown exponentially.
He didn't get that one right. He did not.
He was literally exactly wrong. The same thing has happened with college football. College football is growing. Yeah. You know, it appears greedy, but the truth is it's going to make for a lot of great fan experiences moving forward.
Has it gotten better, though? I think you're saying growing.
Yeah, I think I do think it's gotten better. I think college football has gotten much better in the last 3 years.
Because of the transfer portal. And NIL.
Transfer portal, NIL, and the expansion of college football playoff is going to be a huge hit. Okay, so all 3 of those have been hits.
You could have done all that without taking away traditional rivalries. You know, like that's the part of it
that's
that
a bummer.
You're not going to be able to get back. It's a massive bummer. And I don't think, we're just going to basically, whitewash and wash away, like in some cases, like 100 years of history. It means nothing. And that's fine if you just want professional sports, which will always just go, it can be justified because it's always pro sports. You want to put a team in London, you want to put a whole division in Europe, like, hey guys, we got to expect it at some point because it's professional sports. But that was always the difference between college football and the NFL. The rivalries and the traditions actually mattered in college football, along with the money, I know, but the traditions matter.
Yeah, but traditions have been sort of being whittled away over the last several years, and the sport's still awesome. I think that we're going to get great matchups moving forward. I think you're going to have more competitive balance. There's so many weeks of college football where you don't get ranked teams playing because the schedules are an absolute joke. Georgia's schedule this year is a joke. Yeah. Michigan's schedule is an utter joke. Yeah, I think that you're going to improve that terrible imbalance schedule. And also, I think you're going to have a more fair way of naming the champion. I thought Alabama should have been in over TCU last year. We all knew Alabama was a better team. So I think the 12 is going to make for a better playoff. I think everything is going to improve except for the rivalry. But I would urge these schools to say, you know what, let's make sure that Oregon and Oregon State schedule each other.
It didn't happen when, Texas and Oklahoma went away. Texas Tech, Texas went away when they split up. Like, sometimes it just doesn't happen. You might end up getting them back together at some point, right. But there's no guarantee that you're going to get those rivalries back.
No, it's that. I agree with you. I mean, I'd be lying if I said that that's not a loss. But overall, the sport just really seems like it's getting better and better. And it's, as a fan experience, I can't wait for this fall.
It almost feels like, not that college football fans are being punished. That's too far to go. I feel bad for the Pac-12 fans, people who really loved that conference and being a part of it and the tradition of the Pac-12, because this is not your fault. This is not fans of the Big 12 fault. Nothing you did warranted where you are. This is decisions that were made high up the corporate ladder, and you're the one who gets the unfortunate fallout from it, right? And it's none of these decisions feel like they're ever made with the fan in mind. All they wanted, I think all we wanted as fans, again, was to watch college athletes get compensated. And somehow that is turned into this colossal money grab and this professionalization of the sport by any means necessary, and traditions be damned. And it's a shame.
I don't know. Do you really miss like the old conference realignment from 30 years ago? Is that a big deal to you?
On the basketball side, I definitely do. Because, I mean, I can just speak for myself, but growing up near the Syracuse area, it was really cool to have, like, Syracuse, Georgetown, and all of those great rivalries, and they don't exist anymore. So,
yeah, I hear you.
So I do miss them, yeah.
Yeah, that's fun. But college basketball, too, I think what happened to them is they overexpanded their playoffs, and then the regular season became meaningless. I'm not sure, even if Georgetown and UConn and Villanova are all in the same conference, it'd still be the same. Because those teams aren't even really that good anymore either.
Well, I mean, they did try to put the Big East back together, but it was, it lost something already.
Yep.
And it's never going to be fully made whole again.